So today we're going to be doing a bunch of work on this beautiful T100 Toyota. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the ball joints, and we're going to be doing the adding some helper springs. This wonderful person that we know hauls water, and so he wanted to get some helper springs. So yeah, let's get into the show. So, Michael, what do we got going on with this beautiful truck?
So, yeah, the truck belongs to a friend of mine, a good friend. I've known him probably about 60 years or so. So we go way back, but he was complaining about vibration when he drove at highway speeds. And he also wanted to have his the rear end stiffened up a little bit. So we're going to look at some options on what to do with that. So as far as adding support to the rear end, there's several ways of going. One, you could get adjustable airbags, which are really nice, but they cost a little bit of money. Another thing you can do is get coilovers, which they will basically go around the shock absorbers, and they will help add stability and strength to the load. But what we went with were these helper springs. You got a front one and a back one, and you add them on there, bolt them on, and then they're able to give added support to the leaf springs that we have here. So we're going to go ahead and install these, and I think it's a fairly straightforward process, so we'll see how it goes. So one of the keys to doing this is you'll want this part of it as close to the axle as you can get so that it adds the support. You'll want this one to be as tight as possible all the way down, and then the back one you can adjust it according to whatever amount of lifting load help you want. So you can have it very tight so that it adds a lot of load, or you can leave it fairly loose so that it only helps when the load gets really heavy. So put a U-bolt on there, and you got a spacer bar, and then you just add on your washer, and then your nuts go on, and it's pretty straightforward. At the end, we'll torque everything according to what the strength that we want it to be. And what we do is we put a double nut, tighten one nut against the other, and that will lock them into place.
That is that, so it's fairly new. You have to replace it at one time. The work of the hammer is never done. I don't know if I can even get up in there.
But yeah, that's definitely good movie.
There you go, just like that. Replace the chuck. Did you already take the bolts out of the bottom?
No. Oh, that's broken.
Oh, that's bad.
That's probably part of the problem.
That's bad. Wow, okay.
A couple of things that we ran into, we found out was that the ear on the shock absorber had been broken off, and it had actually been rubbing. You can see the metal is really shiny there. And so it had been rubbing, so that was one of the issues. The bolt is broken, so I'm going to have to try to get this bolt out. I'm going to use the vice grips first and see if that'll work. If not, then I'll have to drill it out, which is a little bit more effort, but it will still accomplish the same thing. That's kind of what we're going to do, so we'll take it through step by step and see what happens. Okay, there it goes. As you can see with our bolt that it's tapered on the top, and that's how it goes into the welded on nut. So we weren't able to pull it out through the top, so I'm going to have to end up drilling it out and forcing it down through the bottom. There's not enough to be able to grip it on the bottom, so it is a headache, but we will get this thing figured out. So let me go get my drill. What I'm going to need to do is I need to take a countersink and try to put a dimple in the top of the bolt so that I can get it something to start with my drill. This is what happens when you're trying to drill through a hardened bolt and it's tougher than the drill bit. So we'll have to figure out something else, different approach. Okay. We drilled through that, got that out, so now we're good to go on continuing on with doing this side. With these shocks, they definitely need replacement. Sometimes they actually get stuck and they don't bounce back quite like they should. The new shocks are a lot better. They're a lot easier to work and it's a lot freer movement, so you can tell that these shocks definitely do need to be replaced. So we're going to go ahead and put our shock absorber on. This may be a situation where you may not be replacing many of the components, just your shock absorbers, but having all the wheel off and everything else out of the way makes it a little bit easier for the camera to depict what's going on. So let's go ahead and feed it in from down below, put on our compression fittings there, feed it up through the mounting hole. There it goes. Put on our other bushing, our top ring, and the nut. Get it fed on there. Got it started. And then we'll mount our bolts on the bottom. We thought since we had the wheels off, we'd go ahead and check the disc brakes. You just, in order to do that, you just take a look at it from behind and you can see how much pad is left. This still has plenty on there. We'll need to clean up the rotors. As you can tell, there's a bunch of grease on that.
All right, we wrapped up this beautiful T100. We've got the upper and lower ball joints changed out. We changed out the shocks, both front and back. And so we're going to wrap up the video for today. But we want to give an announcement, is that we would like to give away an iPhone 13 for when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you like our content, like and subscribe. Hopefully you'll be the winner of the iPhone 13. Yeah, let's do it.